So when you were talking about like, oh, there's gay porn, or like you see a certain thing, or a snake, and you have a visceral
your
reaction,
body
like
gets jerked.
that's like intuitive cognition. Like it's an intuitive thing that happens in your mind, and then you have a disgust reaction. There are many things that fall under the intuitive way of thinking. Belief in God is another one. Like when you, a lot of people just have, like the majority of people have a biological instinct that they believe in God. Like they think that there is a creator, like an all-powerful first cause creator of everything that exists, who knows, all kinds of details, like who I am personally and what is happening in my life, and cares about that, has these, like, all those are all instincts and intuitions that come biologically. And that's why like monotheism is something that is very universal. Even if you're not like, and they've done experiments like this, like where they look at Japanese children, and in Japan, they don't have like monotheism. They don't have like the belief in a creator God,
Really?
But their children, like at a very young age, when they're asked by psychologists, they do have some kind of belief in a creator God. So where did they get that from?
In us.
It's something natural, but that comes under like intuition. A lot of our moral beliefs are also intuitive, like, oh, it's not good to like hurt someone like for no reason, like, or it's not a good thing to like just steal something or just lie for no reason. Like sometimes there might be a reason to like do a white lie, but in general,
could be exceptions, but yeah.
So that's all intuitive thinking. Then there's analytic thinking. Analytic thinking is not a gut thing. It's more like processing, putting two and two together, like extended reasoning. Like that's analytic thinking, and humans do both. And some people are better at one as opposed to the other. And high IQ people do a lot more analytic thinking. But analytic thinking, if it's too dominant, then it starts like canceling out the intuitive side. And I'll give you an example. Like the kind of calculated thinking is like utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is like the morality of something is based on weighing the pros and the cons. Like we want to maximize people's pleasure and people's happiness, and we want to minimize their pain and their suffering. So whatever maximizes happiness, that's good. That's morally good. Whatever minimizes it is morally bad. That's all that morality is. So that's a very calculated, like 1 + 1 is 2. We have to like measure and decide. Like, and that's why the Enlightenment thinkers, they were all utilitarians. But if you have that kind of mentality, if you think morality is just about weighing utility, pros and cons, then how can you say that homosexuality is a bad thing, for example? Or how can you say incest is a bad thing? Like if there's no harm, like for example, a brother and sister, they use like contraception, or a father and a son, like why can't they be in a sexual relationship? If they both choose, like they have the freedom to choose that, and they just want to pursue pleasure, they're going to gain pleasure from that, their happiness is going to increase, then actually incest between a father and son is a great thing. Like it's a moral good.
I think that intuition can tell us it's bad.
Yeah, the intuition, this is like extremely disgusting. But if you have like a very high IQ and you're like more analytic in your thinking, you can't really understand why would incest be a bad thing? Like why would homosexuality be a bad thing? And that's why we see it spread. Like the reason that homosexuality, LGBT spreds in the West,
so heavy.
It's like it originates in the Western academia, like at these universities, and they are coming from a very high IQ analytic perspective. Like, what can we find that's wrong about it?
If you can do this, why can't I do this?
I
think you're partially right. And for me, I try to follow both. So I try to break things down analytically, but I also listen to my feelings. Like they say, gut feeling. I think there's something real to that, just about people.
Morality is more than just weighing
all
pros
kinds
and cons.
of things. I think just like listen to intuition. I think a lot of people just don't like listen to their like feelings about things. You really should. If your body's kind of telling you something, if you're getting a weird feeling about someone, you probably should fucking listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of intuitive thinking is very important, very valuable, and that's the basis for a lot of moral systems, a lot of religion, a lot of culture. But it's being erased. Like it gets erased because of a emphasis on high IQ, analytic thinking, and the education system, the public education system, reinforces that. It makes us more and more analytic.
Just to follow the rules.
Have this kind of reasoning process, science. So that's the kind of dominant cognitive mode that's promoted in the West by and historically it's associated with like white identitarians, like white supremacists, and that does like it has the benefit of what, like you get a highly technological advanced society. Like you get AI, you get planes.
It's probably gonna be a bad thing. It's useful, but
it's useful, but you have to recognize like the other side of the coin is what I'm saying.
No, these very complex debates because I think, I'm pro-white. I think white people have done a lot of great things, but I also agree with the points if you're making about the homosexuality, the atheism. We've also pushed that. So it gets
destruction
complex.
of family, like
Destruction
the
of family.
feminism.
That's probably the biggest one, the feminism. Yeah, that's huge. That like I really noticed that, like I said, being around my Muslim friends, Chinese friends, they have these giant families still. Not all of them, but lots of them. Like that's one of the biggest problems. Like, how did our families start collapsing? It's like, I don't know. It's happened like quick.
Yeah, it's a combination of a philosophical system, an ideology that was imposed politically like 300 years ago. And then I do think there's a racial basis. Like there's a racial component to the analysis as well. I don't think everything is race. I don't think race is destiny. But I mean, this is what, like, I've debated a lot of white nationalists, and they can't really pin me down because they expect me.
Saying you're anti-white. I don't think you're anti-white, but you're making some good points. Like as a white person, I'm still pro-white, but we do need to look at where we're making our faults.
Yeah,
so
like
you should at least, if you can't analyze and you can't take an honest discussion, we're like, hey, you guys have some faults here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fault of white people personally, but just like, because this is I've debated 3 different white nationalists over the past 5 years. And I don't like have an animosity towards white identity or to them personally. In fact, they seem to be the most pro-Palestinian and the
wild, right?
anti-intervention in the Middle East. And so from that basis, like, why should I hate you like more than I hate like Barack Obama, who is calling for more invasions and bombing, literally responsible for thousands of Muslim deaths. So I have to love Barack Obama more because why than like the random white identitarian.